It is a gorgeous Sunday evening here in Midwest. Excuse me, in the Midwest. Anyway, so there is. Oh, that's kind of cool how they did that. So here I am at the outlets of Des Moines. Ironically, they are not in actual Des Moines proper. They are in Altoona. There's the water tower for it over there. We're gonna start right here. Cause when the mall first opened, it was okay. But this was nothing but cornfields. About 10 years. Well, I mean, it took them about 2 years to build it. So anyway, without further ado, we're gonna walk around here and hopefully you enjoy the little tour. Let's put the camera around here. So over there, let's see if we can see it from here. Oh, good, we can. So over out yonder is our theme park, the Six Flags of Iowa, if you will. Let me see if I can zoom in. There's some roller coasters, but that's Adventureland over there. It really isn't too bad. It's pretty good, actually. And then, when I was growing up, the casino was there. There's Prairie Meadows Casino in the distance, too. You can see it right there. Anyway, the Flying J Bosselman Travel Center was there. They finally remodeled that because that looked like the pits. It really did. But here's one of the entrances. Anyways, Bass Pro Shops is right across the way, and for a while it was just Bass Pro Shops and nothing else out here. Across the street, you can't see it from here. It's there's a Honda dealership over there. And anyway, so they've actually done a really decent job of getting some tenants out here. I mean, it's not luxury shopping by any means, but it does a good job. Some of the tenants that I miss out here are Johnston & Murphy. They can get Toomey out here. But it is what it is. But anyway, Planet Fitness. That used to be the Forever 21 when it was around. So they flipped those empty tenants real quick. So I am in Altoona, Iowa at the outlets of Des Moines. Welcome. Do you have a favorite store? If you're just tuning in, I am at the outlets of Des Moines in Altoona, Iowa, just roaming around the mall. What stores do you all like? Let me know in the comments. There's Eddie Bauer. We have 2 Eddie Bauers in the Des Moines Metro. The other one is in the Dead Valley West Mall in West Des Moines. The thriving Jordan Creek Town Center, which opened in 2004, unfortunately, was a couple nails in their coffin result, unfortunately. But anyway, so let's see. We have the Coach outlet, Cole Haan for shoes, Polo Ralph Lauren. And, when I first opened, none of these were here. There's Kate Spade. And over there is a Hyatt Place in a Fairfield by Marriott in the distance. While going over here, let's see. Merrill, that's a shoe store, of course. Nautica and Aeropostale. There really is a lot of stores here. It doesn't feel like it, but there is. Of course, there's Ann Taylor. And during the wintertime, they have an indoor corridor for the restrooms and everything like that. And there's one of my favorite stores. I'm a little old for it now, but Express. And then, but it is the perfect temperature for a mall like this in Midwest Iowa. But Express is pretty nice. I like it. Again, I like that sweater though. Sometimes I feel like I've grown up at past the age range for. See, that's an okay jacket. I could wear that. I am in the U.S. And there's the mall directory with Michael Kors. And over here is J. Crew with Victoria's Secret and Puma. That's it. Cute little home Hoedown fall little display. And it definitely has that vibe that you're for the weather for fall. There's Ann Taylor Loft Outlet. There's Victoria's Secret. And we'll go to the other side here shortly, but and then got Vera Bradley. And the Puma store here is one of the nicest Puma stores I've ever seen. I've been to Puma's coast to coast, so they did a nice job with it in their indoors. And then Francesca's and Tommy Hilfiger. And of course, Bath & Body Works. It's not a real Bath & Body Works outlet location, but it does the job. I'm glad it exists. So this mall has been here about 10 years now. More like 7 or 8 years. Even though it's in the middle of nowhere. Well, it is, but in the suburbs. But I'm talking about like during the wintertime. The tenant listing here makes it worth going to. And there's Hot Topic and Torrid. The Metro's only Lane Bryant. There used to be like 3 of the 4 malls used to have Lane Bryant, but then Pepper Palace. And then of course, what outlet mall isn't complete without a big Nike store to accompany it? I think is always busy. And then there's a Le Creuset with Lucky Brand right here. And then I love Le Creuset, but I don't really need the stuff that's in there, unfortunately. I have a pizza cutter from there. I have way too much cookware as it is, so I try to limit myself. Nobody looks at it except for me. And there's lids. There used to be a beef jerky place right here, but... And then, of course, Lee Wrangler, which used to be VF Factory Outlet, which used to be where Five Below was, which is coming up there on the right. And then... What would you like to know about the Nike store? It's gigantic. This is where I got those shoes from. I love these shoes. I've had them for about 4 months and they haven't worn out yet. And then there's the Five Below that just opened not too long ago. Let's step out here and I'll show you. Like I said, nothing but cornfields up ahead. There's the Gap right there. Coming out here. And what's really nice about this particular outlet mall that you don't see at a lot of outlet malls, especially in the Midwest, is that it has its own little bus shelter. Our public transit system actually has a stop out here. And the number 17 from DART actually, on Sundays, it comes every 40 minutes, I think. But it's about, let's see if I can see the bus around. But see, if I didn't have a car, I could take this right to my house, which is kind of nice. But the only thing that sucks is that on Sundays it stops like at 6:30, unfortunately. There's a little bus shelter, you can wait. It's not heated or anything like that because during the wintertime, this is just horrible. It's just like blowing. Oh, look. But there's Adventureland again over there. It looks like it's open because I see the Dragon Slayer going, so. Anyway, moving on, we shall go to... Ooh, sorry about the sun. But initially, when the mall first opened, this rally house you see right here was Toys R Us Express when the big box store, Toys R Us, existed, so... That was unfortunately closed and it became something else, and then Rally House took over. Very odd. It looks like they're about to close up here shortly because it is 6 o'clock. That's when the mall closes. But like I said, I'll just make one quick lap around, of course. Anyway, we have Famous Footwear. We got one of my favorite places, Auntie Anne's. Love Auntie Anne's. We have 4 of them in the metro. One of them's a combo Cinnabon. And then here's a very popular store coming up on our right is Under Armour. Oh man, sometimes there are lines out the door, especially when COVID was a thing. That line would wrap all the way down to Planet Fitness. So, and then Old Navy, of course, everyone likes that. And then over here is the food court. It's inside. Has a Charlie's in it, and then 2 local places. See, there's Teriyaki Boys and Burger Shop. Both of those have locations downtown in our Commons area for the 9 to 5ers that come and shop. And of course, Vicky's is in the distance. See, it has that sun that, it just has that vibe that it should be only like 45, 50 degrees, but it's really about 80 degrees right now. It's like we're Florida or Texas or something like that. But yeah, here's everyone, like, I think they're in their get the hell out stage, right? And the final stretch, we got Zales and Levi's. And then there's American Eagle. We have 2 American Eagles in the metro. The other one is closed right now because they're redoing it. Took them 20 years to do that, but Rack Room Shoes, that's the only one I could think of in the area. And there's Go Calendars Games and Toys, owned by Calendars LLC, which is going to be opening a new Toys R Us at our neighboring Jordan Creek Town Center. And over here is Journeys and Spencer's and Maurice's. There's actually a Maurice's like a mile away from here for the locals. That's for the tourists who shop here. And then here we are. Made a full round circle. Right over here. I wonder how the Planet Fitness works because I don't even know what they're open today. Because I know they're typically 24 hours during the week, but it's just so weird. But anyway, a CVS would be nice. I think a CVS pharmacy would be great right here. I just, even if it's not a big giant, tenant, have somewhere with the drive to pharmacy or what have you. But anyway, I must all bid you adieu. It was nice showing you the mall and everything like that. If you have any questions, just go ahead and leave them in the comments and I'll respond. Talk to you all later. Bye.